So recently, there's been a situation with Diego Sanchez and his trainer. Well,
Again?
yeah, they've had a situation where Diego Sanchez has asked for his medical records, and the UFC apparently reached back out to him. They said, "Hey, we don't handle that paperwork." They said, if you're feeling, why are you asking for this paperwork? They said they just want it, to look at the long term effects, blah blah blah, make sure everything's okay. They say, hey, if you're not feeling 100%, then we're going to pull you from this fight right now. And they're like, okay, well, let's just get the paperwork. Let's just get the paperwork. They're like, okay, but like, are you feeling okay to fight? Apparently, they let them know that they were okay to fight, and then they then released Diego Sanchez.
What?
So Diego's no longer with the UFC, and that's due to his so-called coach named Josh Fabia or Fabia, whatever. So basically, I just had to read something on it real quick just to refresh my memory on the situation. So it seemed like Josh Fabia was going to do a scam job because he's already a scam. He's a scam artist himself, and you don't have to watch MMA to know, like, hey, that guy just doesn't know anything about what he's involved in. The guy,
Uppercut.
yeah, him and the girl from the Mortal Kombat movie, they have the equivalent experience, right? And she's a scripted character. So
Rashad Evans came out and called him a parasite. He's like, leave that parasite alone. And Diego Sanchez came back out and said, oh, this is for the haters. And it was just people supporting his coach.
It sounds like from the gist of everything, like, hey, we know Diego's going to get beat up by Donald. So let's scam our way to get some money, right? Because apparently Diego was going to, I think it was one or two of his last fights on his contract anyway. So, hey, let's get these medical records. Let's get it. If the UFC gives us these medical records, Diego gets beat up, because I can't train the guy. I'm not a real trainer. I'm just scamming my way. I'm just attaching my name to him. After Diego loses the fight, I'm going to be like, hey, UFC, you knew Diego had all these medical problems, but you still made him fight one of the toughest fighters in the world. I'm going to sue you because you put my fighter in danger. And that was the cash grab that, his so-called coach was going to go for. Well, the UFC, there's a reason why they're $1 billion corporation. They just went public. They're not idiots. They're in business, so they know how business goes. The lawyer, I guess the top lawyer, was like, no, this is why for all the years Diego's been fighting for us, not once he's requested for medical records. But now all of a sudden, when he's paired up with you, he's asking for these medical records. So is Diego okay? Can he fight? Is he healthy enough to fight? Can you assure us that? Because you just randomly asking for these medical records, especially when it's a week before you guys have to fight.
That sounds sketchy as
ever. It's a red flag. It's very alarming. And I feel bad for Diego. I don't feel bad for him because, he's a grown man, but I feel bad for him because for a legend of the sport, especially, he's an icon of the UFC in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
He gets cut because he has this jobber of a guy who's probably been studying a little bit of corruption from the great sport of boxing, that he's been able to fucking, ruin Diego. And it's so, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why Diego has fell such in love with this guy. Like, this guy, there's no accolades when he's talking about what the stuff he's doing. Yo, it's crazy. Every interview I hear of this guy, he's not talking about MMA. He's just talking about, why do people hate on him? Well, people hate on you because you're not a fucking coach. You're better off just saying, hey, I'm a partner, I'm a friend. This is somebody he's my homeboy. You're better off even saying I'm Diego's agent. Because at the end of the day, that's what it sounds like. Right. You're a scamming ass agent. So like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the guy. I think he's very dangerous, especially since you've seen that bizarre video of him like trying to teach people how to knife fight or something. Like he's just a
Hold on, that's who that was?
Yeah.
yes.
You're
He's
gonna
a-
need that octagon.
Yeah. He a
Oh,
bizarre individual. Not giving Diego any coaching advice. He's the only coach in the corner. Like he's just
yo, he probably yo.
He was
his
a random dude. He wrestled at the gym, and then they just became friends. You know what I mean? And so-called trainers. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen, man. He probably more than likely he probably trained the dude that you be sending us on IG, man. The kung fu guy.
Oh, the McDojo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for real, he might be one of those dudes, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, he might knock some. He might tell. He's probably trying to teach Diego the way.
It really bugs him that people talk about him online. Like he hates it.
oh well.
Listen, man. Some people hate the truth. That's the thing. Most people don't like being called out for who they are. Like,
The guy's a sham.
yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but at the same time, I can't even fault the guy. I'm not even mad at the guy. I'm mad at the only person I could fault is Diego Sanchez. Because it's like, yo, you've been fighting this long and you got duped this way. You literally got yourself out of like the rest of your contract through having a trainer that's like a shaky guy. Hey man, you can't blame anybody but himself. Like at least John's got new management. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, John did get new management, and shouts out to John. I hope he gets a deal because if the UFC doesn't make that fight, they're fucking idiots.
Who's the new management?
I don't know whose new management is. I just know he left his old management.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That doesn't mean he got new management. He might be going to business for himself then.
Maybe.
No, it's been announced that he has new management.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Shouts out to the new management too.
Yeah. Did you see? I was watching. This is totally off topic, but I was watching. Of course, I was watching Chael talk about something, and apparently, it was something about Francis Ngannou. I guess